Yes, children. So non-living things. Okay, let's see what non-living things features or what they do. Non-living things do not exhibit any characteristics of life. They don't have any features of life or any functions. They do not grow. They do not grow because they don't have life. So they do not grow. Respire means they do not breathe. They don't want oxygen to breathe, isn't it? Need energy. They don't want energy. They don't move. They do not move. So they do not grow. They do not move. Then they do not reproduce, or they do not produce any young ones. They do not produce babies, isn't it? Young ones. They do not reproduce, evolve. They do not change. How they are like that only. They do not change or develop, we say. Okay, so non-living things do not have any of these characteristics like growth, movement, nothing. These things are made up of non-living materials. Some examples of non-living things are stones. Do they grow? Do they move? We have to take them another place. They can't move by themselves, isn't it? They do not grow. They do not produce new one. Paper, electronic goods, electric things, fan, light, then books, buildings and automobiles. Vehicles move, but we are making them to move. They themselves won't move, isn't it? So these are all non-living things. All living things require energy for the sustenance of life. All living things require energy for the sustenance of life, means to support to their life or for the nourishment. That is called sustenance, means for the support of life. All living things, they need energy. Living things need energy to grow. Living things need energy for the support, isn't it? They need energy to grow. This can be achieved through various methods. So how living things get energy? How they acquire energy? We get energy from the food we eat, isn't it? For example, humans breathe in oxygen to release energy from the foods consumed. So we eat food. So after eating food, human breathe in oxygen. We breathe like this, isn't it? We breathe. Then plants trap the light energy for photosynthesis. How plants get energy? They prepare their own food using a process called photosynthesis. Photosynthesis, we say. It's very important, children. Photosynthesis. This is the method by which plants produce their own food. So plants make the food. But how? Using the process or by the process called photosynthesis. Plants make their own food by photosynthesis. How? By trapping or by catching the sunlight, the energy from the light, sunlight. So plants use sunlight, air, water to prepare their food. Or we say these are the food plants need to grow. Likewise, to protect our body from cold weather, we make use of heat energy. We maintain homeostasis, means we have to maintain a healthy state. We should maintain our health. That condition is called homeostasis. That steady condition, we say. We need to maintain a healthy condition. And require energy for all our activities. We also need energy to do our work, to do our activities. Non-living things have no activities and hence do not require energy. They bat, ball, table, they don't want any energy because they don't do any activity at all. We have some activities to do. We are doing our daily work. We need energy. So, Non-living things, they do not exhibit any characteristics of life, like they do not grow, they do not move, they do not reproduce like living things. Living things grow, they move and they reproduce. And living things, they require energy. So plants require energy. How? From the nutrients. How they get the nutrients or the food? They make their food by photosynthesis, we say. Photosynthesis. Photosynthesis. Photosynthesis means plants trap, they catch the sunlight and they prepare the food, or they trap the light energy from the sun. Using that energy, air and water, they prepare the food, or they are the food of the plants. Even human beings also requires energy for doing daily activities. So we are getting energy from the food we eat, isn't it? The 7 characteristics of living things. So there are 7 characteristics, features of living things, we say. Let us see what are these 7 characteristics of living things. Okay, children? So the first one they have written as feeding. So characteristics of living things, first one is feeding. Feeding. Okay. All living organisms need to take substances from their environment to obtain energy to grow and stay healthy. To stay healthy, all the living organisms, all the living things need energy. They get energy from different things. They need to take something from the environment. A child needs food to grow, that we know. Cow eats grass, isn't it? Without grass, cow won't be able to live. So they have to take something from this environment, the place they live. So they are taking grass, they are eating grass. Plants need air, water and sunlight. So that is about feeding. They need to feed themselves. We need to feed little children, small child, isn't it? That only they grow, that only they get energy. So human beings requires food. To get energy, they need food. A child needs food to grow. Animals also eat food. Cows eat grass, isn't it? Then what about animals? That is only cow. Animals also eat food from the environment. Then plants need air, water and sunlight. So that is feeding. Okay. So children, the characteristics of living things. So first one we learned about is feeding. Feeding, isn't it? So a child needs food to grow. Cow eats grass. Plants needs air, water and sunlight to grow. Next is about their movement, or we say they move, isn't it? Living things move, we know. Movement. What are the movements of them? All living organisms show movement of one kind or another. Every living thing, they show some kind of movement. All living organisms have internal movement, which means they have the ability of moving substances from one part of the body to another. Internal movements means inside our body also movement is happening. See, we are moving from here and there, from one place to another. We are traveling, isn't it? We are walking. That is movement. But inside our body also movements are there. Internal movements, we say. When we eat food, children, when we eat food, we chew the food. We eat. First we chew the food in the mouth. Then it go to the stomach, isn't it? Like through the food pipe, we say. Inside there is a food pipe. Through that it will go to the stomach. There the food get digested. So from again inside many processes or functions are going on. From the digested food only the cells, they take the nutrients, and then for the blood, that is becoming as blood. Okay, and we need blood also. So they are actually transporting substances from one place to another. Inside there are many kind of movements are happening. Food is moving from here to here. Then from there again it is transporting here and there inside the body. Okay, that are internal movements. Then some living organisms show external movement as well. They can move from one place to place by walking, flying or swimming. That we know. Animals, some birds, they fly, they swim, walk, isn't it? So there are external movements. Internal movements means inside the body, the movements that are happening are internal movements. So both internal movements are happening and external movements are also happening. Example, dog gaits means what? The manner of walking, moving, that are called gaits. Dog run, they walk, isn't it? Bird flies, a child moves. Okay. Now third one is breathing or respiration, we say. Breathing or we say respiration. Okay. Breathing or respiration. Breathing or respiration. All living things exchange gases with their environment. Animals takes in oxygen and breathe out carbon dioxide. All living things, they exchange gases in the environment. Means animals, they need oxygen, so they take the oxygen and they release what? Carbon dioxide, we say. We also need oxygen to live, isn't it? We are breathing. Animals also breathe. But plants and trees in turn, what they will do? Whatever carbon dioxide is there that we are releasing, that they take the carbon dioxide and they give out oxygen for us. Plants give oxygen, they take carbon dioxide. Animals take oxygen, then they leave carbon dioxide. Animals take the oxygen and they leave out carbon dioxide. That carbon dioxide is taken by plants or trees and they give oxygen. Oxygen is necessary for us animals to live, isn't it? That means exchange of gases, we say. Okay, animals take oxygen, they give out carbon dioxide, and that is taken by plants. Plants need carbon dioxide. Why? To prepare food. Not only air, water, sunlight, they need carbon dioxide also for the growth, for the food. So they take carbon dioxide and they give out oxygen, and we need that oxygen to live, to breathe, to respire, we say. See the children, the picture given, we cannot live without breathing. See a small boy breathing, see puppy, see the plants or trees. Yes. So this is the way the exchange of gases taking place in the environment. Next is excretion. Excretion. E-X-C-R-E-T-I-O-N. Excretion. Okay, excretion. Excretion is the removal of waste from the body. Excrete means to excrete means what? To remove the waste from the body. If this waste was allowed to remain in the body, it could be poisonous. If we should not allow the waste to settle in the body itself, means to be in the body itself. We have to give out the waste. If the waste is there in the body as it is, what happens? It becomes poisonous, means it can cause death. We die or we get illness. Humans produce a liquid waste called urine. We pass out urine, isn't it? That is also a waste, a liquid waste, we say. And solid waste is there, that we are going to latrine, isn't it? So that is solid waste, and the liquid waste is urine. We also excrete waste when we breathe out. When we breathe like that. Okay, when we breathe, we are actually expelling or we are excrete waste. When we breathe out, because we are eating food, we are consuming the food and we are releasing waste out of that body. Okay. All living things need to remove waste from the bodies. All living things must remove the waste from the body. Otherwise, if in the body itself, if waste remains, what happens? It becomes poisonous and we may die. We will get problem, illness. So waste should go out from the body. So we should pass the urine. We should go to the washrooms. morning, isn't it? You know that, isn't it? So liquid waste is called urine. Solid waste we throw out the waste in the when we go to washroom, bathroom and all, isn't it? So waste should not get in, we won't allow to be inside the body. We should give out the waste. That is called excretion. Okay, children. Next is about growth. Fifth one is growth. That we know human beings grow, isn't it? All living things grow. When living things feed, they gain energy. When we eat food, we get energy. Some of this energy is used in growth. Living things become larger and more complicated as they grow. See the picture they have given, children, how the human beings grow. Small baby into a girl. That girl again grow into a young girl. Then a woman. Okay. So this is the way human beings grow. Small child into a boy. Small baby into a boy, young boy, man. Isn't it? A baby grows into a child, which grows into a woman. Same like that animal. See the picture of animal. A small kitten. Baby of cat is given. So kitten grows into a cat. Kitten grows into a cat. A puppy grows into a dog. Then next is about a plant. See, a seed grows. When we put seed on the soil, it grows into a small plant. Then again it grows into a tree. A seed grows into a small plant and then into a big tree. This is the way the living things grow. A small baby into a young girl or a young boy, then into a man or woman, isn't it? Then animals, puppy, dog, kitten, cat, isn't it? Then plant, small seed into a small plant, then that plant into a big tree. So these are the way how we grow. We require energy. For that we are eating food. And this energy we use for growing and doing other activities. Then sixth one is sensitivity, we say. Sensitivity. Sensitivity. Living things react to changes around them. We react to the changes, isn't it? When we touch a hot object, we feel hot. When we touch a cool object, we feel cool. We react to touch, light, heat, cold and sound, and as do other living things. How we are reacting the same way other living things also react. They response, we say. That is called sensitivity. If someone pinches, we feel pain, isn't it? Someone beats us, we feel pain, we react. Yes or no? Yes. So that is sensitivity. If any thorn pricks us, we react. Okay. See the picture of a plant, touch me not plant. Have you seen that plant? We can say mimosa also. Touch me not plant is also known as mimosa. Okay. Touch me not plant. Actually, this plant shows some movement when touched. What happens, you know, if we go and touch this plant, it will close by itself. It shrinks, we say. It closes. Or it go to sleep, we say. Then after a few minutes, it will wake up. It will open. Again, if we touch, it will shrink or it will close. So that is called touch me not plant. That's why that name, touch me not. If you touch me, I will go to sleep. It's a touch me not plant. Next is sunflower. See, turns its face towards the sun. So when this where the sunlight is, towards that sunflower turns towards the sunlight always. Okay, that is plant sensitivity. Where there is sunlight, the sunflower turns its face towards the sun. That is reaction they are showing, isn't it? So that is called sensitivity. We also show that reaction, same way other living things also show. Reproduction. Next is reproduction. The seventh one, the last one of the characteristics of a living thing is reproduction. Reproduction. All living things produce young ones, isn't it? Every living thing produce babies. Humans make babies Cats produce kittens and pigeons lay eggs. Some birds, like pigeon, they lay eggs. You have seen hen lays eggs. That is a baby actually. From that egg only small chicks are coming out. Plants also reproduce. Many make seeds which can germinate, means grow or develop, we say. Germination means from the seed they develop and grow into new plants. Okay, that is the reproduction. Every living beings living things, they reproduce. They produce the young ones. So these are the 7 characteristics of living things. So which are the 7 characteristics of living things? First one we learned about feeding. Means the way we eat food, isn't it? We need food to grow. Food gives us energy. Child needs food to grow. Plant needs sunlight, air, water and carbon dioxide also to make food through a process called photosynthesis, or to get the nutrients. They need food. They get nutrients, they grow. Cow eat grass, isn't it? That's just movement. Every living being show the movement. We move here and there from one place to another. Birds fly. Animals also walk, run, jump. We human beings, we have movements like internal movements, also external movements. Inside the body also movement is happening. When we eat food, it is going from mouth to stomach. It is a movement. And after the food get digested, from there blood transports this nutrients here and there. Inside the body these functions are happening. They are called internal movements. Then what else? Breathing or respiration. Breathing. We all breathe. We need oxygen to live. So animals, they release oxygen. They release carbon dioxide and they take oxygen. They take oxygen from the air to breathe and they give out carbon dioxide. This carbon dioxide is taken by plants. Plants take this carbon dioxide and they give out oxygen. We use that oxygen. Okay. Animals and human beings, we need oxygen. We give out carbon dioxide. Plants take this carbon dioxide and they give out oxygen. That is called exchange of gases. Breathing or respiration, we say. Next, excretion. So we are eating food. So after eating food, whatever food or nutrients, cells takes up all that for our production, growth and all, energy and all. Then some are go as waste. So this waste should not be in the body. We should give out the waste. So the liquid waste is called urine. Solid waste is the waste which we go to washroom and all. So this waste should go out from the body. Otherwise, if it is there in the body, it gets poisonous and we may die or we get illness. Next is about growth. Like a small baby grows into a young boy or a girl, then into a man or woman. So cat into kitten, small seed into small plant, plant into a big tree. So this is the step of growth. Sensitivity. Sensitivity means if anyone touches us, we feel. If any hot object, when we touch, we feel. So we are feeling the cold or the heat. So we are responding. We respond to that, or we are reacting. Same way plants, animals also react. Reproduction. All living beings reproduce. They produce young ones. Human produce babies. Animals also produce babies. Young ones, we say. Plants from seed, isn't it? Seed, they produce from seed, small big plant grows, germinate, they develop into a small plant, then into a tree. Like that, reproduction is happening in all living beings or living things. So these are the 7 characteristics of living things: feeding, movement, breathing or respiration, excretion, growth, sensitivity and reproduction. These are the 7 characteristics of living things. Okay, children.